The psychology of silence is a fascinating topic, especially in the context of criminal interrogations. Silence can be both the most powerful defense and the most frightening confession. When a suspect chooses not to speak, that silence is not simply the absence of words but a behavior full of meaning, revealing fear, guilt, or even calculated coldness. Philosophers like Søren Kierkegaard reflected on silence as an expression of the individual facing existential anxiety, while Michel Foucault analyzed silence within the power dynamics of social relations and discourse. Imagine an interrogation where the suspect remains silent, unresponsive to questions. For the investigator, this silence can be unsettling because it changes the dynamics of the interrogation. Forensic psychologists identify three main profiles behind this behavior: the emotional, the strategic, and the psychopathic. The emotional profile involves people who fall silent out of fear or anxiety, often victims of their own minds. The strategic profile uses silence to manipulate the situation, protecting themselves from accusations. And the psychopathic profile uses silence as a shield, demonstrating a cold and calculating mind with no apparent emotions. A classic example comes from real cases like the famous interrogation of Ted Bundy, a serial killer who used silence and psychological manipulation to confuse his interrogators. Forensic psychology studies these behaviors to help investigators understand and deal with different types of silence, whether by applying empathy, controlled pressure, or specific strategies. Therefore, silence in interrogation can be both a protection and a confession. It invites us to reflect on the power of words, or their absence, in the construction of truth. If you enjoy exploring the human mind and the mysteries of criminal psychology, subscribe to Lock In and follow our videos. Leave your comment. In your opinion, is silence a powerful defense or a frightening confession?